Those of you who are willing to join with video, please turn on the video. Please turn on your video. That will be great help. Otherwise, huge welcome to everyone to NP Financial Trading Masterclass, 8th of February 2026. Especially, we'll begin. It's a real privilege to welcome a very special guest who is among us for last 2.5 years. Shreya Banerjee. Shreya, heartfelt congratulations on an extraordinary achievement. Passing 3 funded trading audition is not luck, not coincidence, and not a shortcut. It is the result of discipline, structure, presence, and professional execution.
Thank you so much, Martha.
You have really demonstrated what is possible when a trader commits to process over emotions and rules over impulse. That deserves genuine respect. So, Shreya, thank you for being here. The floor is yours, and we're excited to learn from you. So you get started, and then probably we'll ask some questions in the meantime to you. Please share your experience. How did you start? When did you start? How much you have done? Before that, quickly we'll go through our general financial advice. I'll give you 10 minutes to just go through it, and then 20 seconds to go through it, and then we will start with Shreya.
We can stop now.
You're done?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me check everyone done or not, and then we'll start.
All good from my side.
All good from your side. That means I got boys from Girija, is it? Ahmed says is good.
Yes, good.
Yes.
Very good. Excellent. Fantastic. All right. Then we'll minimize this. Then we start with today's session with Shreya. Shreya, first you get started. The one, sorry, I've been getting so much. Ashish, you were there already? Ashish? Because I'm getting so much of request. I cannot really concentrate. Shreya, you go start, and I'll come back and ask questions. You please start.
I mean, it's really overwhelming. I don't know where to start from. Well, for prop firms, I initially started with the good old FTMO. And then I got so pissed off with the CFD and the spreads that I was like, I cannot do it anymore. Because if I take a trade, the trade starts with a negative of $200, and then to get it into a positive amount, by the time I get a reversal signal, so it was just not working out for me. Then I knew that futures did not have the spreads and all. So, and I had some experience with futures in the past. So I started looking for prop firms who dabble into futures, and then I found a bunch of them to start with. It was FTMO, then we had Blue Guardians, and there's plethora of prop firms who deal with futures. So I decided on doing Top Step, Top 1 futures, and Blue Guardians to start with. And it took me a lot of months to pass the initial challenges because I was putting 16 hours every day into my 9-to-5 job. So it was getting very difficult. So and most of all of these prop firms have this, what do you call I'm forgetting the word, whatever. It's like if you do not put in a trade for 1 week, they
Inactivity.
Yeah, inactivity rule. So what I would do during the very busy times is what I would just put in one trade, maybe leave it on for 10 seconds or a minute or so, and then close it off. It's just to mark my attendance for that week. So that's how I did. And then I went for a vacation in December. Within 1 week, I passed all 3 of them because I was getting time. I was getting time. I could focus more on trading.
Please come close to the mic, Shreya. Please, if you can, please come. Everyone can hear Shreya properly.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
20 seconds. Yeah. Oh, good.
Okay. So yeah, so the first week of December, I passed all 3 challenges, and then after passing that, I was hit by a very strange feeling of, what if I lose my funded accounts? I was treating them as if they were very precious and not trading at all on them. Again, going back to my old self, like, putting just 1 trade a week and then forgetting about them. So I was kind of constantly fighting with my psychology at that point in time, how to deal with it. And then I came up with a very clever idea of buying more challenges and passing more accounts. So now I have 10 accounts, not just 3.
You have passed 10.
Yeah.
You have passed 10 accounts.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big one. Big applause for Shreya. My goodness. You can be a world-leading trader.
I passed 10 accounts. So now I don't treat any of the accounts precious. They are like just any other account, because I know if I lose 1 account, I can add 1 more funded account to it. So yeah, I mean, that's something crazy that I always do something crazy, and this was some other level of crazy that I did, that I bought so many accounts and passed all of them, and they are just sitting in the bank for me. If I lose something, I will just bring them up. So that's how I'm dealing with them right now.
So all 10 are from the 3 companies or 10 different companies?
No, not 10 different companies. After trading with TopStep, Top One, and Blue Guardian, I decided to stick with just TopStep because they do not have any consistency rule in the funded stage. So when I say consistency rule, it's like your total I mean, if you are supposed to make $3,000, so if they have a 50% consistency rule, your single day profit cannot be more than $1,500.
Okay. In an account of 50,000, is it?
In an account of 50K, yeah. So that is what is consistency rule. So what happens with Top One and Blue Guardian is Top One has a consistency rule of 25%. So that one, I'm kind of stuck in a loop with Top One because every time I do something extra, to take a payout, my target increases. Like until last week, my target was $8,000 to take a payout. Now I'm sitting at $10,000 to take a payout. So it's like a never-ending game. So there's another prop firm called Lucid Trading. It's pretty new, but they are also very good. They do not have any consistency rule in your funded stage. They only have the consistency rule, just like TopStep, in the evaluation stage. So 50% in the evaluation, no consistency in the funded stage. So I have few accounts with Lucid and few accounts with TopStep. So these are the 2 that I'm sticking with now.
So mostly TopStep and Lucid.
Lucid, yeah.
Okay, very good, fantastic. And all of your 10 accounts are 50K or some any varieties of that?
There are 50K, there are few 100K accounts. I have 400K accounts, and the rest are 50K.
So in total, how much the companies are funding you now in total?
Oh, let me see. I don't remember.
I know you're good in
400K, so that's 400,000,
Yeah.
and 6 is 50K, which is 300,000.
300. So 700,000, near to a million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is fantastic. Brilliant. Exceptional. All right. Yeah. You add. Otherwise, we'll start the questions. You have anything you want to
You can ask questions, sir. Now I'm done, kind of, from my side.
add? All right. Let me ask you some of the questions. All right.
Yeah.
What motivated you to attempt these 3 and then 10 funding challenges at the same time instead of focusing on just one? Because this is the question I got from our students. All of
Yeah.
them, they asked, yeah, why not 1? Why 3? Why now you're telling 10?
Yeah.
You're the best of the best trader I've seen in my life. 10. Continue. Yeah. Be grounded.
Why 10? Because I got scared and I don't like being scared. So I just wanted to take the fear out of question. I mean, it can be different with people. It's just, this is how it works with me. If I'm scared with something, I will do it even more. That, having said that, I would never go for a bungee jumping session. No, that will kill me. This will not. So yeah.
Just to overcome your fear, yeah?
Yeah. Because if you remember, I messaged you also during, after passing the evaluation accounts, that I'm scared to trade in them. What if I lose them? You asked me to treat them just like any other evaluation account. I tried to, but I just could not. So then that was the only thing, that if I can get more accounts, bank them. I lost one. I mean, I had actually passed 11. I lost one already because of the recent, the gold liquidity and the volatility issues that is going on.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was my mistake, I would say, because instead of going for a micro contract, I entered the mini contract because I was on a call, official call. I just messed it up, the symbols. Instead of MGC, I took a trade in GC, and within one candle, I blew up my account. So, so I lost one, but now I'm not scared. Had it been earlier, had it been December, I would have been heartbroken that I lost an account. So yeah, that is the reason I decided to get more accounts. And why multiple prop firms? I just wanted to try them out to see which one suits me the best, so that I can stick with them. Now I know that Blue Guardian doesn't suit me. It doesn't suit my, I mean, their customer service is pathetic, I would say, because I passed the account in December and I still haven't received the funded account.
Oh, 1.5 months. Andrew, you are with Blue Guardian, right?
Yeah, I did a couple of evaluations with them. Yeah. I never got a funded account, no. But yeah, I would say similar. Some of the things that they promised, I don't think they came good on.
Ah, very good. Excellent. Fantastic.
So,
all right.
Blue Guardian is a no for me, for sure, in the future. Top one is good, but then again, they have this 25% consistency rule in the funding stage also. That also bugs me a little, because it's really difficult to make the same amount.
25% means you have to trade 20. You have to place 25 trades in a month, is it?
No. If, for example, if your profit target is $1,000, you cannot make $250. What is 25%? $250 probably. Yeah, $250 in a day. If you make $300, then your profit target becomes $1,200. So
okay.
that increases. That's how I'm sitting at $10,000 with them now.
Oh.
So it keeps on increasing. So I will probably take it very slow, like make maybe $500 or $600 every day, and then try to achieve and close that account for good. But what was this? Top Step and Lucid are the ones who do not have any consistency rule in their funded stage, and I really like them. With both of them, you just need to make $150 for 5 days before you can ask for a payout.
Okay.
So yeah.
So everyone understood this 25% rule? Before we go to next question, everyone understood? Any question on this payout on this 25%?
I didn't have, but I didn't understand properly. Yeah.
Okay, ask what you have not understood. Do not suffer in silence. Ask questions.
Yeah. So what do you mean by like it's increasing? So you don't have like a dedicated profit target. You meet like 10,000 and then you pass the challenge or not?
Okay, so even during the evaluation stage, I would say all of these prop firms for futures that we have this consistency rule, which means if in an account of 50,000, you have to make 3,000 profit in order to get to a funded stage. Okay.
Yeah.
So if your consistency rule for that prop firm is 25%, then what is 25% of 3,000? $1,200.
$750.
Yeah.
Let me open the
750.
calculator.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
bad at maths.
No.
$750. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you cannot make more than that 25%.
In
If you
one
make
day.
it in one day, yeah, in one trading session.
Oh, that is
Okay.
25% rule.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now we got it.
So
Yeah.
if you make more than the 25%, then your profit target increases.
Oh, okay, my goodness. Okay.
For some reason, if you make $1,500 in one day, then your profit target will probably sit at $6,000. So you'll have to make $6,000 in order to pass the challenge or maybe get a payout.
Okay.
I think they are the only one having this 25% rule, is it?
No, there are so many.
So many.
Even this Lucid one, they have 20%, it seems. Yeah.
No, Lucid doesn't have it.
I just went to the website, it says 20%.
Wait, let me show you.
I think this happened with the Apex as well, Apex Trader funding.
Lucid has a lot of
Maybe different
plans.
account there. Yeah.
So I am on the Lucid Flex. If you see and check Lucid Flex, can I share my screen?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't done this Lucid Pro because probably this one has funded rules. Activation. No, this one has a consistency rule. But if you go to Lucid Flex, this does not have any consistency rule in funded. No consistency rule.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you'll have to check the plans that they have. These prop firms have a lot of plans that whatever suits you, you take that plan and then you start trading. I went with this because this one had a consistency rule in the evaluation stage of 50%, I guess. Yeah, consistency rule in the evaluation stage is 50%. And when you go to funded account, you do not have any consistency rule.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shreya. And next one. Gori, go. Continue.
And same with Top Step. They do not have any consistency rule. Now, from last week, they have started with a plan. I mean, like now they have two plans where you can go with the plan which does not have any consistency rule, and another one has a 40% consistency rule, which will let you take a payout within 3 days. The one without the consistency rule lets you take a payout after 5 days. But I still prefer the one without the consistency rule.
Akshay is asking what trading platform are you using? MT5?
No, futures is not available on MT5. They are available on TradeOvate, which is Ninja Trader. Then Top Step has their own, which is Project X, and there is another one called Quantava.
Just to share the brilliance of Shreya, who is speaking now, kindly, with those who have joined late because of the glitch. Shreya has passed not only 3 funded trading, but she has passed 10 of them. So she has passed 10. And people also 10. So that's a tremendous achievement. I've never seen anyone passing 10, but she has done. Now Hadi has joined. Yeah. Shreya, next question to you.
Yeah.
How did your training and structure at NP Financials influence your preparation for these challenges?
Well, I just traded the intraday strategy from NP Financials, and it is more than enough. I would.
Did
I'm
the
very
previous concept?
and an arm here.
So go ahead.
I mean, the strategies that we have at NP Financial, I mean, I know most of the people trade CFD, but they equally work on futures. I mean, I'm an example. I'm trading those strategies.
And I know when you came to us 2.5 years back, you were very new. You traded something on the India, but in Australia you had not traded. And you started with Forex, then you go to completed Forex, and then you went completed shares, and then you completed commodity, and then you completed intraday. And working 18 hours or 16 hours a day, 9 to 6, 9 to 8, you all of a sudden you switch to intraday. And then you pass 10 challenges, and Kim says 10. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. That is brilliant. So what you were saying as NP Financial strategies work in CFD as well as in these futures, which has helped you pass not 1, not 3, 10 funded trading. I repeat, 10 funded trading auditions. So again, congratulations. Third questions to you. Which strategies or market approaches did you rely on most during these challenges?
Strategy again is the intraday strategy that I dealt with, because futures prop firms, they do not let you hold your trades overnight. So you have to close it before the end of the day. Like if you put a trade at 10 a.m. today, you have to close it by whenever the market is closing. For futures prop firm, they close it at 8 a.m. the next day. So you have to close it before that. So that is why I only relied on the intraday strategy, because you do not need anything else, to be honest. It's more than enough. So what markets I relied on? I started with Bitcoin, but then slowly and gradually something happened to Bitcoin and it died. Then I started.
I remember those days.
Yeah, and then is my video frozen for some reason?
It is a video frozen in which you are smiling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what is wrong with my camera.
But continue. We want to hear you first.
Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So then
now
Bitcoin,
turn on your video. Now turn on your video. It is off now. Now switch on.
Now it's not letting me.
That's good. Thanks to Google. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So I started with MBT, which is Bitcoin. And then, like I said, something happened to it, and it was just not tradable anymore. In the intraday scenario, most of the moves will happen erratic or during the US time, so it wasn't available for me. Then I switched to gold. And gold was, as we all know, it was just going beautifully up, making everything else look so small. So I just stuck to gold. And then I came across this brilliant metal, which is called silver. I know most of us do not trade silver, but that was also doing beautiful. So most of my challenges I passed with gold and silver, nothing else. So I stuck to the strategy, put in these two metals at work, and I would just leave the trades run by themselves, put in my stop loss and my targets. If I have a bad day, I would just lock my account. This beautiful, I mean, there's a pretty good feature in this prop firms for futures, that you can lock your accounts. If you meet your target, you can lock your account. If you're having a losing day, a bad day, you lock your account. So
Means
yeah,
what? Means what? Explain. Means what?
what locking account? Okay, let me show. Is my screen still visible?
Yeah, yeah. Still is a screen we can see. Yeah.
So this is my top step account. So the evaluation account is called a
No,
combine.
we can see Lucid. We can see Lucid.
You can still see Lucid. Okay. Stop.
Bonnie, you are there? Bonnie, you have joined, right? Bonnie, can you say yes, no?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Because we have got 10 emails from you.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. It was a glitch from our side or the Google side. I don't know. And now Shreya is
Yeah.
facing the same problem. Yeah, we can see Shreya. We can see.
You can see? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my top step account. This Express, the fund, when you are in a funded stage, you're called your account is called an Express. So how do you lock it? Do you see this exclamation mark over here? This is your manual lockout. If you're having a very bad day, you just go here. You have all these 15 minutes lockout, 30 minutes lockout, 1 day lock, 1 hour lockout, or all day lockout. You can also customize, like for 3 hours, you can put in the timing and yes, lock me out, it will lock you out.
Yeah,
Once
that is how you do it. But what does it mean?
That means you cannot place any more trades.
For that day.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
okay.
locked
Now,
for that period of time. So if I have to show you, I'll just, because today is anyways a non-working day, I'll do a all day and yes, lock me out. Okay, first of all, this is where you place your trades, buy one, sell one, if you all can see this over here.
Yeah.
So if I go and lock myself out, lockout applied, this is gone.
Yeah. Everyone understood this? All right. No question means everyone understood. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a brilliant feature that I found in all of the futures prop firm platforms, not just prop firm platforms, because these are actual platforms. So all of them has this. And
So
also we can set up our risk. So this is our risk settings. I have set it up to $700. That if I lose $700, it's gonna liquidate and block me out, and I have saved it.
Okay.
So if I 700 mark, whatever trade I am on, it will liquidate and lock me out for the entire day. So that saves the account. I mean, it's kind of a psychological factor that creeps into traders that, oh my God, I lost it, now I have to recover it. And in that process, we tend to lose even more. So this is a very good, I mean, this has saved me a lot of times, to be honest. I have reached to a point where I was just a few $100 away from blowing my account, but I just locked myself out, went back the next day with a fresh mind, and I could do and recover the amount. Not even recovery, forget about recovery. Recovery never happens because what you have lost is lost. You make more.
All right. Any question on this to Shreya before we go to the next one? Okay, it seems you're fine. That's very good. Next one is, how did you manage risk and emotional pressure while trading multiple accounts simultaneously?
Yeah, the risk, like I showed, this is how I managed. Before even starting the trade or before even starting the day, I will put in my daily loss limit. If I'm on a funded account, if I'm on a evaluation account, since everybody has a consistency rule, I will put in a profit limit also. Let's say if it's a $50K account, I will put in $1,500 and again do the same thing, like $1,500 and liquidate and block. So once I hit this profit target, it will liquidate and block me so that I do not breach the consistency rule. And same with the risk, the loss limit. I do not want to lose more than $700 a day. So it will, once I reach that point, it will liquidate and block me out from the account. I would not be able to place any more trades.
So you have forced yourself not to lose more than 1% in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's brilliant. Very good. All right. And what was the most difficult moment during the challenges, and how did you handle it?
Difficult moment, I would say, was when I was under tremendous pressure from work, and also because I love trading. This I would have to say this because I love this thing so much that I don't mind coming back again and again and putting in extra hours for it. So that was the most challenging time. I had to put in 16, 17 hours at work every day and then trade. So yeah, that was difficult. And it's still the same. I have to put in 12 hours, 14 hours every day, even now. But now slowly and gradually, I'm kind of moving towards NASDAQ, Dow Jones, and S&P 500. They move beautifully during the UK sessions. They are not that volatile as you would expect them to be during the New York session. But London session is much more manageable. And it's like they work wonderfully.
Yeah, fantastic, brilliant. And did you follow because before that, let me Kim is saying something, let me read out. Kim is saying, I wish I had the discipline to deliver such consistency. Kim, you are doing good, mate. Don't say that. I know you are doing fantastic. Kim is probably will be reaching his goal, what he has already declared to the universe, of $1 million profit from the account in next 3 to 5 years. And knowing Kim, for very long period of time, I know he will be doing it. Yeah, absolutely. And I know Shreya, and probably none of us know that Shreya is working in
Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin. And if I have to share, just in between, if I have to share 1 second of charting, because Shreya says she loves trading, and we also love trading, and our passion is loving trading. So that is our passion for last 16 years. That is why we are getting so much of good wishes from you, good reviews from you. And look at after what happened to Lockheed Martin after Shreya joined.
What happened? I don't know.
After you joined, it skyrocketed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because of so many wars.
Yeah.
So for a little bit of context, Lockheed Martin deals with all the technologies that we build for our army and military and air force and all the defense stuff. So with so many wars going on, we are bound to grow. It's not something to laugh about, but yeah.
Yeah, so Lockheed Martin is a fantastic company. And why I said that, because Lockheed Martin based on US. So you're working on US time, not in Australia. That is why you are so challenged, right?
No. We are working during our Australian time, but we have to collaborate a lot with the US counterparts. So that's why sometimes it's nighttime, sometimes it's early morning. So the timing is all over the place.
Yep. Very good. So did you follow a fixed daily routine while preparing and trading? If yes, what did it look like?
Well, I usually try to look at the daily and the 4-hourly chart before I start my day, just to gauge where the script that I'm trading is going. So that's how I start. But mostly if I'm trading gold, nowadays I'm not trading gold because of the volatility. It's really, really risky. So if I'm, for example, if I'm trading gold and the market opens at 10 a.m. in the morning, I would have done my pre-market analysis by then. And I mean, I sit with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screens. So 3 for my trading and 3 for my office work. So it's really cute at my
So you have
desk.
2 offices at the same time?
Yeah. So I sit with 6 screens and I do all the things simultaneously. But having said that, once I put in a trade, I put in my stop loss, I put alerts for my targets.
Mhm.
because I do not want to put in fixed targets
Mhm.
to see or let the market play out. I
Mhm.
just want to let them do their job. And if I
Mhm.
see that, the market is going against me,
Mhm.
I would probably take a smaller profit and come out of the trade. Not let my target, to be honest, is to not let my stop loss hit, because these future prop firms have very limited space to play. For $2,000, you cannot let your stop losses, you cannot let more than 2 stop losses to hit, because otherwise it will be very difficult for you to recover that $1,000, whatever your loss amount is, plus make that $3,000, because that will take a toll on your mental capital and your everything. So that is why I would prefer going out of the trade with $100 than with a negative $500. So
What does it mean? Going out with it $100, not minus my 500.
like
What does
if my, I mean, if the trade is going against me, so I will just exit the trade. I will not let it go completely against me and hit my stop loss, and I end up in a loss, because then again it becomes really difficult to recover that loss amount.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah. You're talking about drawdowns. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drawdowns, because this is not our own account that, if we lose, we can still we do not have a target that, if we do not have a drawdown target that if you lose this much, you lose the account. So in prop firms, I kind of treat them like a game. If you can break the cheat code, then you can do.
It has to be. It has to be. It
You
has to
can
be
do
100%.
the game. So that's what I've realized, that, and also they offer you practice accounts. So if I can show you here, I have a 150K practice account. This
Share your screen again.
one.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Okay. So these prop firms, if you have accounts with them, they will let you have a practice account, and you can practice as many instruments, as many strategies as you want before going live on your account. But first you have to purchase an account with them. They will not just give you an account like FTMO.
So these are talking about Lucid and Top Step. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Top One has a practice account.
All right. And all of them are having 10% as you passing passing mark.
Yeah.
10%. Yeah.
10% passing mark, as in? I didn't understand. Sorry.
As in, supposing you are doing a $50,000 account, to pass the audition, you need to make $5,000, right?
No. I need to make $3,000.
In 50,000.
Yeah.
That is 6%.
Yeah.
That's
and I can
all of
lose
them?
$2,000.
You can lose some, but that is 4%.
Yeah.
So drawdown is 4% for losing, and say profit is 6% to making. Yeah, 6%
Yes.
is good.
Yeah.
When we did you remember when we did our prop firm from 2019 to 2024 for 5 years, we had 5% drawdown and 10% profit target. Yeah.
Okay.
Bonnie is saying, how many hours are you able to spend on trading during the working day?
I mean, like I said, I have 6 screens. Everything is going simultaneously. It would be really difficult for me to give you the breakdown of number of hours. If I don't have a call, I'm very happy that day. Then I can focus half of my energy on trading and half here. But then a trade does not take longer than 1 hour.
Yeah, intraday does not take more than 1 hour.
Yeah, it doesn't take longer than an hour. So if I have, on most of the days, I'm actually done by 11 a.m. 10 a.m. the market opens.
Yeah.
Actually, that is the pre-market.
Pre-market,
and I'm done by market open.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, we are too. Yeah. Ahmed has Bernie saying lucky, and Ahmed has raised an hand. Ahmed, go.
Hi, Shreya. Well done on the achievements you've got. That's really good.
Thank you.
Arthur mentioned you started, we went through Forex, shares, commodities, and ended up on futures. What was the reason that you decided to go to futures and stick with futures?
Because of the spread, Ahmed. The spreads were driving me crazy. If I have to take a trade, the spread goes somewhere else and then calculate the spread according to FTMO or whichever prop firm I'm trading with. That was driving me crazy.
And that was the only reason or the major reason?
Yeah. That is the major reason.
Okay,
If I
that
can
makes
add
sense.
one sentence to this, what Shreya. Thank you, Shreya. Shreya, Ahmed, the difference between CFD broker to broker and futures broker to broker. Some broker charge only spread. That's what Shreya did not like. And some brokers charge no spread but commissions. Commission is not visible immediately when you are in the trade. If I'm not correct, correct me, Shreya. But CFD spread immediately if you are taking a like Kim can also say Kim is taking standard lot or at least 0.5, that means $50 a point. I believe Kim you are taking. So if you are taking $50 a point on a $50 a point, if that is 5 standard lot, if you're taking $50 a point and you are taking 10 of them, so you are down immediately $500. So that's what you did not like, Shreya. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Is clear, Ahmed? Is it clear why Shreya did not like CFD spread?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Instead of 500 down immediately, what they will do, see, no one is for charity. The futures firms like Lucid and StopStep are not for charity. They are getting their money through commission. That means they are charging the $50 or $500, but in another way, like this way, like this way. If you can see my video, so they are not charging.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not that bad. Like mini contract is what we call the standard lot in our CFD world. The mini contract would probably have a $2 and $2.5 one way, like for entering a contract, a trade, you have to pay $2.5. Exiting, you have to pay $2.5. So you have to pay $5 for that one trade. For micro contracts, is in sometimes it's in cents, sometimes it's just $1. So it's not that bad. This is my idea or what I have experienced. I still remember it has scarred me for life. I took a sugar trade and that trade started with $700 in negative, and I did not, the price didn't even hit the entry price that I have added to the platform. It just because the spread went to that price, my trade started and I never reached a break-even point. So at that time, I was so gutted that I decided that this is not working out for me.
Yeah, that's because of the spread, because of the humongous spread on, and sugar, you must have placed a trade on the non-working hours. When the trade is non-trading hours, that will be humongous.
No, I placed the trade during nighttime. I had to wake up or stay awake, something like that. And I placed the trade and then I went back to sleep. And then the next morning I come up and I see that my trade is in so much of loss that I was like, oh my God, this is just not working.
Yeah. And I'll ask Kim, you want to share your experience in few lines on your commissions on your spread down $500, Kim?
Yes, Partha, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Go. We're talking about spreads.
Yeah, and I understand that. And obviously looking mainly at the commodity that I focus on, there's been a change in the rules on the spread from a fixed fee to get in and out, which it was. It's now changed to a floating percentage of the value of the asset. So that experience that you had where you, I think you said sugar, you opened the trade and immediately you were a loss. So silver has a 9% spread. So I did take one or two trades and did have a bit of a heart in mouth experience, but obviously at the time that I looked at it, the market was pretty volatile, and once I got into a reasonable profit, I just jumped out. I know that over the last year, I've probably paid about nearly $12,000 in fees, commissions, and spreads.
There you go.
On my account. So yeah, it can be a little daunting, but I think that once you've got the strategy right and the probability of your setup, you put your edges in place, and you account for the spread, you can still clear out some stuff. On my charts now, I've got the bid-ask spread on the chart, so I can actually see where I'm going to enter if I think I'm taking a trade at a specific price. There'll be another line that'll actually tell me whereabouts you can get in. So it's just really managing some of the processes. So yeah, I don't know if that answers the question or not, but
Indeed,
yeah, it does cover off some of the things, and yeah, it's I suppose 13 months of trading, $10,000, $9,000, $11,000 of spread costs. It's like $800 a month. So you kind of got to look at it in the broader context of what the market's doing and where you're going. So I've been fortunate. I've just followed gold mostly, and looking at the buy play between gold, silver, and how crypto, Bitcoin fits into it. But I'm also looking at some of the longer term plays in terms of companies like Tesla, with their SpaceX IPO, and some of the movement on the smaller companies that are needed by Musk to round out his total SpaceX environment, or his XAI environment. So research, checking it out, knowing your edge, following the rules, knowing where your stop loss is, know where your break even is, and then you can actually you can sleep well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kim. Yeah. From Kim's statement, you probably understood that spread is spread and commission both are cost of business. So if you are aiming to get $120,000 in profit from the market in 1 year, you have to pay 10%, that is 12,000. That's what Kim said, in spreads and commission to the providers, like brokers in this case, who are providing this data to you. So that's a cost of business. So 10% cost of business. Those of you who have done other kinds of business, you know that the cost of business is generally 33%. 33% is labor, and 33% is probably profit. But in trading, 10% is only cost of business. Of course, the other stop losses are cost of business. But this is a cost of business which you have to live with it. We cannot live without it. Yeah. Thank you very much about that. And next question to Shreya. Yeah, go.
Quick question, Father. If you put limit orders, still it applies? So
A limit order will also ask you for a spread, because you remember our basics of trading and Traders Foundation. If you go back, you will see we have discussed bid and ask. That's what Kim just now said. Yeah, we have a bid and ask band. So if I share for a moment just to answer this question, Shreya, if you don't mind, I'll just answer this question and come back. So let's go to bid and ask this fellow. Everyone can see my screen?
Yeah.
So we are in gold. If I can take for a moment, if I can change this to Bitcoin for a moment, which is trading now, and if I can take this, change it for a minute, if I can change this for a minute, and then right click here and go to take this price out, which is the middle one, take this price out. and then add indicator, and then do bid and ask, bid and ask, bid and ask. Because market is not trading now, but this is off market time. You can see the spread is 375 and 320, so that the spread is 55. If I
Okay.
take one Bitcoin now, I'll be filled in on this. I'll be not filled in on my price. I'll be not filled in on my regular price, which is 69,297. I am expecting to get filled in 297, but actually I'll be filled in 320, and the spread would be 55, 45, 20, 75, 45. So if I'm
Yeah.
taking 10 of them, I'm immediately down $450. Now, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is bid and ask. So this is spread, this is cost of business, and get ready to pay 10% cost of business to the broker, because they are providing us the data and the other services. All right. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Dhanuka. Anyone having any other question before I go back to Shreya again? All right, Shreya, what mistakes did you consciously avoid that many traders commonly make in funded challenges?
I just try to be consistent
How?
with my risk settings and my timing. If I'm, like I said before, I'm trying to get into NASDAQ and Dow Jones. So before trading them on live account or my evaluation account, I would practice them on practice account for 15-20 days, or maybe even more if I have the time. So I will practice them on practice account, see if the strategy is working, see if the timing is right. Because if you look at the charts during the Asian session, they are pretty much dead. There is no volume in them. But in the evening during the UK session, they have volume, they have a little bit of liquidity, volatility, and everything that you need to trade. And so I try to time the market, I would say. Which one moves, which script moves better at what time is something that I really like to see. That's how I know that crude oil doesn't move during the day. It moves in the UK session. It starts moving in the UK session, and then it goes really haywire during the in the New York session. Nat gas is mostly in coma up until 3 a.m. in the morning. So that is something that comes out of the coma very rarely during our working time. So
you're talking natural gas?
Yeah, natural gas. So that's one weird stuff. It's going crazy, but it's really difficult to catch the move. And also I've realized that I cannot catch all the moves from all the scripts. It's really humanly impossible. So I just focus on one instrument on one day, and then let that instrument play out. If I get a trade on that day, fine. If not, I wait for the next day.
But is it not contradicting your own statement, which you said that you are done by 11 because you are trading 10 to 11, which I agree.
Earlier, yes, but now my job conditions are not letting me stick to 10 to 11 because mine is a fixed term contract, which is coming to an end. And now I am looking for a job, and I know I will not be able to work from home all the time. So I will have to look for things which is outside of 5 p.m. our time. So that's how I started looking for NASDAQ, Dow Jones, these kind of things which move a little bit better than how they move in the Asian session. So yeah, up until now, I'm done by 11 a.m., but I'm just getting myself ready for the future, wherein I'm not just stuck with something which is not moving in the time that I'm available. Sorry.
Fantastic. Excellent. Thank you. And what next one is, now we have last two questions. What advice would you give to traders who keep failing funded evaluations?
Keep failing. I mean, if you're failing, then probably you're jumping a lot from one strategy to another.
Mhm.
Probably stop doing that. I know as a trader from personal experience, it is very tempting. One day it's not working. Maybe there's a fault in the strategy. Let's search for another strategy.
Mm.
But having that discipline to stick to one strategy and let it play out for you, maybe put in 1,000 trades and then decide whether the strategy is working or not, is really difficult. I mean, it's easier said than done, I would say. So
This is go.
and also, I mean, it's not like I passed the first 3 challenge that I took. I have blown a couple, I would say. I have blown 2 evaluations before I could pass the 3.
Mhm.
So use the lock-in. If you're using, or if you're trading futures, use the lockout feature on the platform. It will save you. It is a wonderful tool at your arsenal that you can use whenever you feel like. It will really save you, I would say, because it has, I mean, it's really wonderful. I cannot praise it enough how wonderful it is. With market conditions like what we are facing right now, I haven't faced it. I'm a very new trader. I would say I'm a baby in terms of trading the live markets. I've just started a couple of months ago, but even in that short span of time, I can see that up until December, gold and the other markets were behaving a different way. And since the New Year's, whatever move they used to make in 1 month, they're moving in 1 day. So that is what is happening with these metals. So if this is the kind of environment that we are in because of whatever geopolitical situation we are in right now, I would suggest that set up your risk limits, set up your create a risk appetite first. Before you start trading for the day, create a plan that this is my loss limit for the day. And if I lose more than this, I will stop trading. And again, in case of a winning trade, if you win X number of amount that day, then stop trading. There's no point giving it back to the market, because if you start trading after that, there are high probability that the market is going to take it back, all back, maybe more. So use the lockout feature. It will save you tons of mental capital and time and confidence. It will build your confidence most of all. So yeah, I mean, it's just small little things that we can change in our and incorporate in our daily routine that will help save the account. It's not actually that difficult.
Yeah, you have given $1 million concept advice to all of us, that do not jump strategy to strategy, which I have been telling for the last 16 years. Do not jump, because these strategies at NP Financials are time tested for last 16 years and they work. And that is how you are passing one after the other 10 auditions. Do not jump. That's what you said. A really good one. And the other one I liked is you said you are a baby. I know you for 2.5 years, and you are extremely sincere, and you are good as a student, I call, because we never say clients, we say students. And you did all your homework, but at the same time, you are saying that you are a baby in trading after 2.5 years. But many people, unfortunately, after 3 months, they say, when can I earn money? When can I earn money? When can I apply my strategy? So these are the 2 things which are the greatest advice, I think, from this Shreya, before I go to the last questions. Last question: how has this tremendous achievement changed your confidence and future trading goals?
Confidence. I was pretty confident to start. That is me bragging about myself, but no. I was because I love trading so much. I knew that even if I fail, I'll just dust myself up and then I'll start again. So that's what I did. I never stopped. What people do is that they come with a mindset that, okay, this is a shortcut to make money, so we will probably be a millionaire overnight. That's not what happens. It doesn't happen like that. And if anybody comes with that mindset, they will get beaten up so badly. I mean, it's one thing to trade in a simulated or a demo environment, but real life market is really difficult. It's completely different. Even the backtesting, we are backtesting. Maybe we are trying to be 100% true to ourselves, but no, we are not 100% true to ourselves. It just doesn't happen like that. So first of all, we need to understand that even for our jobs, we are putting in so much of education and so much of years of training into getting one single job. So this is again the same thing. We have to put in a lot of hard work, lot of time, lot of everything, I would say, to get to a point where we can even start trading. It's like and it's an on-job training situation. I mean, people can tell you the theory of it, but the practical, you have to do it yourself. You have to cope with it. You have to cope with the failures and the successes. And it's a very lonely profession. There is no one to talk about. If you're having a bad day, there is no one to scream that, I made a loss and I lost my account. So that's why I got 10 more accounts, because I was so frustrated. So yeah, it's a very lonely profession. So that's what makes it a little challenging. And I forgot your question, sir.
Yeah, what are your future goals?
Future goals is by next year. Like last year, I just wanted to have funded accounts. I got them. Now my goal is I don't care if they put me on live trading accounts or whatever. I just want to have my own account, live account, from the funded account payouts. So that's my goal. If I can achieve that by next year, that would be great.
And that is tremendous, fantastic. Now, anyone can ask any questions to Shreya. You have 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Anyone, please go ahead and ask questions. Go.
Hi, Shreya. This is Sumit.
Hey.
Hi, Shreya. Congratulations for your accounts,
Thank you.
funded accounts. I discussed, your success in my classes with Parth a lot of times. So, but Shreya, one question, that why you went for 50,000 accounts? I mean, not for a bigger accounts. That it's like, I don't know. I mean, you can answer that.
Okay, why 50,000? Because they are quicker to pass. I mean, making $3,000 is quick than making $6,000 is faster, I would say. They're faster to pass. And also because, I don't know, they were just cheap. I mean, that if I'm starting out with something new, I wouldn't want to invest a lot of money into trying. So they were half the price of the 100K accounts. So I started out with them and they worked wonderfully. So I moved on to 100K accounts.
And now
that I got from 50K accounts.
Understand.
Now
Thank you.
I'm paying myself. I mean, not paying out of pocket for these accounts anymore.
Okay. And like you have like 7 accounts now, sorry, 10 accounts.
Yeah.
So are you managing using some AI, or are you manually operating all the accounts?
Okay, so these accounts, they have copy trading feature.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So once you make one account as your leader account, and whatever trade you put on that leader account will get copied to whatever your follower accounts are.
But you are trading in all accounts, same trades.
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry, maybe can be dumb question because I'm not familiar with
That's okay.
funded accounts. And the last question, because others also I think want to ask questions. That I'm also like I'm in Hobart now, so I have a job. So I discussed part that I have to go to office for like these days. Earlier I was in work from home, so it's very difficult because in demo account I had like profit of like 3,000 in 2,000 account, 200,000 account. But again, I lost because I was not able to see the trades. So is that it really happens I think that's a problem. You have to look the screen after a few hours. Otherwise, like the trade can go negative. You can't control it and you can close it.
I put in alerts, to be honest, Sumit, that, if once my trade has started, I have put in a lot of alerts at every stage that maybe, at some point, I put my take profit at some point. I have my stop loss at some point. And then since I cannot do a trailing stop loss in these accounts. I still am learning the platforms. I'm not thorough, so I cannot put a trailing stop loss. So what I do is I put in alerts at several stages. So once it comes to very close to my entry point, I will just have a quick look as to if there is a reversal thing going on or something is happening. Then I will probably exit. If not, if it's just a movement, then I will let it play out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Shreya.
No problem.
And next question from anyone? Please
I
ask.
had a question.
Can I ask?
Nisha.
What I wanted to ask was, Shreya, you mentioned that you had multiple accounts from the same provider.
Yeah.
So if let's say you go for the $50,000 account and you pass that, and later on you might want to, get more funds. So do you then go and see how do you get that? Do you do another evaluation or something to get the extra, 50,000, or how does that work?
Yep. I will buy another account, maybe 100,000 or 50,000, whichever I want to, pass the challenge, and that's how it gets added.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking in terms of futures account. I'm not sure what happens in the CFD world.
Same CFD. Yeah. Lisa, any other question?
Thank you.
Vijay says, congrats. Yeah, thanks for sharing your experience. Anyone having any other questions to share? She has been very patient and very kind. Imran. Yeah, Imran, go ahead.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Shreya, congratulations. It's
Thank
so
you.
Yeah. I, as a beginner, I'm still regarding myself as one of the babies. So do you have any advice for students that are still learning and, on this journey?
On
As
this
we-
journey,
With this, something to pay more attention to in class.
I would say, as in when you're learning, do your homeworks that you get after your sessions.
Yes.
And also, if you can manage to get a practice account, maybe. Because it gets really difficult after a certain point to remember all of it. So if you can make a checklist that in a trade, these are the things that I'm looking for, or these are the entry criteria for me to enter a trade, and similarly make a exit checklist that these are the exit criteria that if all met, I will exit the trade, no matter where I am at in that stage, I mean, in the trade. So that will help. If you can get a practice or a demo account to practice your support and resistance. Oh my God, they are the best tools that you can have. I mean, I started with support and resistance even before the strategy training started for me for intraday, and they were so wonderful. So I would say start with support and resistance. Fibonacci, they work wonderful. And practice. Do not worry about the PNL. They will change. Some days you will have green days, some days you will have red days, some days you might have break-even days, but practice.
Thank you. I'll carry on practicing every day.
And another point I would like to add, do not rush to enter a trade. FOMO plays a huge part. When you see the market move without you, it really breaks you apart. But bear in mind that it will repeat. You will get another day, or maybe another session during the day, or maybe another trade in the week, but you will get another chance. So do not let FOMO hurt you or demoralize you.
Yes, FOMO. That's a
Yeah.
good thing that I know. Yeah. Tell me, did you have any past experience before you went through the course as we're learning, or did you just learn everything through our journey with the course that we do?
I mean, I had a little bit of experience, not like an extensive experience, and that too in a very different market, which is very restrictive in its own nature. But after I joined NP Financials, the way things were explained, and it's not just once. You can ask the same question 100 times, you will get answer. Nobody is going to yell at you. So
yes,
it's really how you need to give yourself time to understand and get trained and
yes,
get accustomed with the market, and don't try to trade all of it. Whatever is on your watch list, do not try to trade all of them. Just pick one or two or maximum of three, and try to understand the character of the market of those three on your watch list. That will help you.
lovely. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Yes. Good luck.
Kim is saying exit checklist is mandatory to remain alive in your account. That's what Shreya shared. Kim is saying that. And Kim is saying, Shreya shared, entry signals are like the train. Miss one, another is coming. Yeah, absolutely. No, very, very true. Very true. Very true. Any other questions to Shreya?
And just as a side note, if you forget any questions, you can always ask me on Discord. I'm there. I might take some time to respond to it because I'm not active on Discord all the time because of work and everything. But I will get back to you if you have any questions ever.
So kind of you. So really thank you for generously sharing your journey with everyone today. Your experience, discipline, and honesty have given other traders real clarity and motivation. We truly appreciate your time and congratulations again on your outstanding achievement. You have inspired the whole team. Thank you. We are proud of you. Keep it up. Stay grounded. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.